What is up, you guys? Number one, I apologize for my nose. I'm getting over a cold, so I might sound stuffy. But I also want to apologize for being missing in action. um, and like within this last, I believe it's been a month, but I'm not sure if it's been a month or two. But I just wanted to come on here and give you guys an explanation and an update as far as to what's going to be going on with my channel and everything like that. So I'm just sitting down and talking to you guys. I'm not really going to put like an intro or anything like that. This is just kind of one of those family talk videos. That's what this is going to be about pretty much. I want to explain what happened and why I just kind of disappeared. I had kind of had a mental health breakdown. I don't want to say breakdown because I'm like I didn't like it wasn't too bad, but I did have a mental health like issue. I had I had gotten really depressed, and mentally and emotionally, I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't really understand it. I was just struggling really a lot. Like, of course, I have my family who love and support me. But I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but a lot of times when you're going through something, you don't want to bring it to your family or bring it to anyone else because you think that nobody's going to understand you or nobody's going to be able to be there for you in the way that they need, or they're going to just think that you're crazy. And within that moment and within the time period, like I just felt like everybody would think that I was just crazy. Like it was so bad to the point where I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, and of course I know like I got God on my side, but in the moment and in the time period of when your mental just fail you, like nothing and nobody makes sense. Nothing can help. And I had tried to just like push past it. And I really was like trying to get into my word and reading and studying and doing that. Like it became overwhelming for me. And it was just like, okay, at this point, I don't care about nothing in life no more. Like I'm over it. I don't want to do this no more. This is stupid. I don't know how to fight like these demons that I'm battling in my mind. I don't know how to fight them. Like, and I know how to fight them, but I don't know how to fight them. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I know I got God. I know I got the word, and I know that God can help me. But on the other hand, it's like I don't know what to do. Like, it was too much. And I got to a point where I was telling my sister that I'm like, I think I'm going to go to a mental rehabilitation center because I don't know what to do. I've tried studying my word. That became overwhelming and messed my mind up even more. I tried not saying nothing to nobody, and like that's messing my mind up even more. And it was just like I felt like I had got to a point where I was just like, I can't do this anymore, and I can't do it on my own anymore. And I don't know or necessarily think that getting help from family members will help. Like I feel like I need professional help because my mind is everywhere. It's scrambled and I don't know how to piece it back together. So that's necessarily where I just kind of downward spiraled with everything. I didn't give up on my YouTube. I just stopped pouring into it, if that makes sense, because I'm still here. I still want to do YouTube. It is still part of my passion, and everything that happens in my life is a part of my story, and it's going to be a part of my YouTube. So hence, here I am finally being able to talk to you guys and let you guys know what I was dealing with. I'm not really on social media like that much. So it wasn't like, that was playing a effect in my mental. It was just like I had just kind of got rid of everything. And I'm really grateful for my sister because she, me and my sister live together, so she's, have supported me. And whenever I was ready to go, she was like, I got you. I'm gonna pack you up. We gonna get you out of here and help you, whatever you need. And so I'm really grateful to her, to have her, like, to be living with her. But I had got to just like a really bad point in my life, and I wasn't even like bringing it to her. And that's my best friend. Like, we live together. We, in our minds, think that we twins. Like, this is literally my soulmate. Like, your soulmate don't have to be nobody that you in love with. It can really be somebody God just placed on this earth, and my sister is literally my soulmate. And it's crazy because me and her can be going through literally the same thing, living in the same house, but because we don't talk about it, we don't know. And this one specific night, I'm going to talk about it. Like, she's giving me permission to talk about it, of course. But this one night, I just, within this week, the night and the week, it all makes sense. It makes sense in a second. But within the week, randomly, like, I was just kind of, my head was all over the place. And within that week, I had like a hazy feeling in my head. Like, if I laid my head back or leaned it over to the side, whatever, it felt airy. Excuse me. I don't know if that makes sense to a lot of people, but that's the only way that I personally can explain it. Like, my head felt airy, and it felt like, not the fact to the point where I could pass out, but if I kept my eyes closed long enough and my head back, I felt like it would have happened. And so within that week, my head was kind of just airy all week. I didn't feel good. My body had gotten weak to a point. And so my sister had gave me something to help, like, my head feel better. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this within the right amount of days. And then if nothing gets better, I'm going to go to the doctor. So this particular day, I had woke up. And when I woke up, my head was still feeling airy. That hadn't changed. Like, and I was supposed to only take the medicine for 3 days. And I was taking it the same times, the same amount for 3 days. Didn't do nothing. And on I think the actual third day that I was going to take it, because I said I was going to take it for the full 3 days and then go that next day to the doctor if it wasn't feeling better. So this was the third day. So this day I woke up, head still wasn't feeling fully better. And I think it was my left. No, it was my right arm. So my right arm, I woke up that morning and my whole right arm, I was feeling like sharp pains throughout the whole arm the whole day. It didn't stop. It was just consistent, and I felt like sharp pains. And so I'm like, I hadn't said nothing to nobody. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the doctor tomorrow anyway. So if they're still doing this tomorrow, I'm going to go. You know how we be giving ourselves 1,001 days instead of just going. But I'm like, all right, I'm going to let it pass, and I'm going to just go tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow anyway. So this particular night, I'm laying in bed. I'm just like, I'm kind of just over it, like over everything. And I'm just like laying there at this point, like not really caring about anything. And my oldest sister called me. Her name is Cherie. Hi, Cupsies. My older sister calls me, and she's just checking in because me and her, we always, we'll text every day or throughout the day. But within this week, I don't really remember like us talking like that because I hadn't really like messaged her, because normally I'll send little messages or vice versa. And so we hadn't really fully communicated like we normally do within that week. So she calls me and like, hey, you okay? And so, I'm just letting her know, like, yeah, I'm trying to get myself together. Like, I'm trying to shake it, whatever I'm dealing with. I'm just trying to shake it. I haven't said anything to anybody about what necessarily is fully going on yet. I'm just trying to, like, shake this feeling and get over it. And within this time period, her birthday was coming up, so we were talking about her birthday. And I'm on the phone with her, and my other sister, who I live with, Brianna, she's in the room next to me, and she texts me this like long, beautiful, encouraging message to try to help me. And now, meanwhile, within this, I have not told her at all what I was dealing with. Haven't told her that I was mentally messed up, that I had been depressed. I haven't told her a word. Haven't told her about my arm. I didn't tell her. The only thing she knew was about my head. Was just because I was like really scared, because I'm like, I've never felt this before, so I don't know what to do. And so she gave me some medicine to help with that, but that was the only thing that she knew that was going on with me. And so she sends me this message that's right on point with everything that I'm feeling, but I'm taking it in. And then after her sending that, immediately, I'm still on the phone with my other sister Cherie, she starts just randomly encouraging me. And so I'm like, okay, all right, God, I hear you. Stop talking to me through that. So, I had been in the house for that full week. I hadn't been outside, hadn't got up, hadn't tried to go outside, nothing. So, that morning, I had told myself, regardless of whatever happens today, my sister that I live with, we always end up picking her boyfriend up from work. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just ride with her to get out the house, get some fresh air. And so it gets closer to the time for her to go, and I battle with myself. And I'm like, you know what? Nope, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna just stay in. I'm not gonna go. And my other sister, who I was on the phone with, Cherie, she was telling me, like, within this week, start trying to go outside, get some fresh air. If you just got to sit on your steps, just get some fresh air. So in the midst of me battling in here, not saying nothing to nobody, I battled myself and was like, nope, I'm not going to go. Immediately after I'm battling myself, she said, get some fresh air. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go. So I get up and I go, and we're riding, and somewhere or another, me and my sister, we just start talking. Like, our car rides is just magical because we just talk about everything. So we just started talking, and within us talking, before I left, let me go back. Before I left, I was on the phone with my sister, and in the middle of my conversation, I felt like I saw something in my peripheral. And I knew it wasn't my sister. Like, I knew she hadn't got up because I would have fully saw her body. And I felt like I saw something in my peripheral, and I tried to ignore it. But it made me, like, fully stop my conversation and look in the hallway like, what the heck? What's going on? And so I'm like, in mid-sentence, my sister, she's like, you okay? Like, you just stopped talking in mid-sentence. And so I'm like, I thought I saw something, but I brushed it off and ignored it. So, fast forward back now to the car. So, we're talking in the car, and my sister starts telling me that she had been seeing stuff too, like feeling like she was seeing stuff. And I'm just, I'm listening, just taking it in, and I'm like, okay, I feel like I've been seeing something too. And so then she tells me about her arm. And it was all within the same day. The same pain I was experiencing from that morning in my right arm, the sharp pins and needles pain, she was feeling that exact pain that same morning in her left arm. And so I'm like, that's what got me to start talking and telling her like what I had been dealing with within that whole week. And we both was just like, number one, like that's crazy. Like that she was having the exact same thing that exact same morning within the same, her left arm, my right arm. Like how crazy is that? And then both of us feeling like we were seeing something. And so we just started talking really about like just everything. And I just was like, it's crazy. Like, and so she was like, we always do this. Like, we could be experiencing the same thing or struggling or dealing with the same stuff, but then don't say nothing. And then now we both just suffering in silence when we live together. Like, so, after that had happened, we both had started like just going through spiritual warfare prayers. And we came back home. I got some regular oil. I prayed over it. I blessed it. I marked up my entire house. Opened the windows and marked up the house. And we stood in the hallway, arm in arm. My painful right arm, her painful left arm locked. And we prayed all of those spiritual warfare prayers over our entire house. And when I tell you that next morning, both of us woke up like some 3-year-olds, so energized and feeling so good. It was crazy. And it's like, I love that. I don't necessarily know exactly where it is in the Bible, but it's a saying that says when two or more come together, pretty much like God is in the midst. And so it was like me and her were both struggling and dealing with some of the same things. But when we came together and brought it to God together, like he immediately stepped in and fixed it. Not saying that God wouldn't have fixed it with us just praying by ourselves, but I know me personally, I wasn't praying. And, I know she could have been praying, but it makes me love the fact that, when two or more come together, like God, he just stepped right in and everything was fixed. Like, and so that next, day, we both were good. We weren't feeling like we were seeing anything anymore. We were physically feeling better. My head was feeling better, arms, everything, And so I had just kind of got a little back into the feeling of getting up again and moving and going outside and not just staying in the house, being around more of my family. And then somewhere along the way, I fell all the way back off. Now, granted, I didn't have any like pains or anything like that. My mental had just shut itself down again. And I just was like, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, well, we did everything. We prayed, like we blessed our house. Like, I'm like, at this point, there's nothing else left for me to do. Like, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know how to fix my mental. And so I was back into the point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to a mental rehabilitation center because maybe that's where it's meant for me to be for a little bit, to help just get some peace in my mind and peace and understand the things that I'm struggling with and put them all together, have somebody help me make sense of it. And grateful for my sister again because she decided that she had asked me about it, and so we were talking about it because I had been really looking up rehabilitation centers. I had been getting calls, trying to really, because I'm like, at this point I'm going. I don't understand it, so I'm gonna go. And she decided that she was going to look into them as well. So she looked up a lot of their programs and got different programs offline and journals and activities and workshops and everything. And she decided that she was going to make our home a mental rehabilitation center for me. And so with that, like, I'm extremely grateful for that. And we start April, I believe the 4th, because that's a Monday, I believe. So we'll start like our little retreat here at home April 4th. And so with all of that being said, I will be bringing you guys along for the journey of that. And I'm really excited to see what all she has planned for me. I'm really extremely grateful to her. I know she's going to watch this, so I'm really grateful to you, Bree, honestly, for just holding me down. I'm happy that I can share this journey with you guys, and I'm going to be real honest and raw. I told you guys that from the first moment I jumped on this YouTube train, that everything that I do, everything that I say is going to be honest and raw. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm not going to hide anything, because that's just not who I am. And I know with a lot of people on YouTube, they put out all of the good, cute stuff and hide all the nasty, ugly stuff. Like, no, I'm showing y'all the cute, the pretty, the ugly, the bad, everything. Because that's how we all grow. We learn and grow from other people's mistakes. Or even if we are all dealing with the same mistake, I can look at your life and see you made the same mistake that I did, but this is the path that you chose to get better, and I can try that path too. Like, we all learn from everybody. So I want to be able to be honest with you guys and share my life and just share the things that I'm dealing with or was dealing with or that I'm still going through. Because honestly, like, yes, today is a good day, but God forbid, but tomorrow can be a horrible day, you know? So I want to just be able to share everything with you guys and be open and honest. And so with this journey, I am going to bring you guys along for everything. I'm going to try to vlog. I told y'all I'm not good with this YouTube thing yet, so bear with me. But I'm going to try to like vlog little things like the workshops and the activities and everything that we do. I want to make you guys be involved as well, because maybe you guys are struggling with some of the things that I'm struggling with. Mental health is no joke. And I know a lot of people talk about it. I mean, a lot of people don't talk about it, but we judge other people for having it. So I'm going to be the one to talk about it and saying that it's okay to get help. It's okay to not have to fight by yourself with mental health. Absolutely. If you feel the need to get a therapist, get a therapist. Sometimes you don't even have to get a therapist. Go to the doctor and just talk to your doctor. I know my doctor that I'm extremely grateful for, she will sit and talk to me and help me understand. No, she's not no licensed therapist, but she's an ear to listen, and she helps and she gives you advice. So just go get help if you feel you need to get help, and don't let nobody, I don't care if it's any piece of your family members, any outside party, social media, if you got to shut down your social media. But don't let nobody tell you that it's something wrong with getting help for mental health, because it's not. Absolutely not. I am just grateful to God for giving me life every single day. I'm grateful for Him helping me fight through my mental battles of trying to take away my own life, because I know my life is here for a purpose. I know I have a beautiful purpose for my life, and I can't wait to see what all it fulfills. So I'm grateful to God for everything that He has done for me. And I'm always going to make sure that I put Him at the forefront of anything and everything that I do. I am giving my entire life to Him. So don't let nobody else make you guys feel bad for wanting to get help. Always keep God at the forefront of everything that you do. Even if you fall off, guess what? He's still sitting right there waiting for you to come back to Him. He not just going to leave you because you left Him. It's not how it works. You can try all day long, but it's not how it works. So I will see you guys when I come back in with another video. Hopefully it'll be us starting the retreat, and so I'll be trying to vlog that. But I just want to thank you guys for still being here and coming along with me on this journey. I hope that it blesses you as much as it blessed me. And I'll see you guys for another video.